Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On the day of judgment, there are 5 questions that will be asked from everybody. How did you spend your life, and in particular, how did you spend your youth? How much knowledge of Deen did you acquire, and how much of it did you implement it in your life? Where did you earn your money? 4th, and number 5th, how did you spend your money? Now, there are 3 questions which are even more important than these 5 questions. That's why these 3 questions are going to be asked before these 5 questions. Now, Qabr is before the day of Qiyamah. So, during the Qabr, these 3 questions will be asked, and these 3 questions are: who is your Lord? What is your religion? And who is your messenger? In terms of importance, there's one question that seems to be even more important than these questions, because it's going to be asked at an even earlier stage. That question is going to be asked at the time of death. The angels of death are going to come and they're going to ask this question. And that question is Surah number 7, verse number 37. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Where are those other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you used to call upon? Aina ma kuntum tad'una min dunillah. This question will not be asked from everybody. This will be asked only from those people who associate attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, some people associate some attributes of Allah to Hazrat Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani, Hazrat Khwaja Mainuddin Chishti, Sayyid Ali Hijwari, they call Data Kand Bakhsh of Lahore. The attributes that they normally associate are, for example, all hearing and all seeing. Check this in this video, that these people are associating, Allama Sahib is associating all hearing and all seeing to Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani.
कान खोल के सुन लो, जब कोई गुलाम अल मदद या गौसे आजम कहता है, खुदा की कसम वो जुमला खत्म होने से पहले गौसे पाक की मदद नसीब होती है। आज भी सरकार गौसे पाक हमको आपको देखते हैं, सुनते हैं, मदद के लिए तशरीफ भी लाते हैं। आपका ये जुमला खत्म होने से पहले गौसे पाक की मदद नसीब होती है।
Whether these people only use wasila and ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly, or whether they ask these awliya karam who have departed from us and they are in their graves since many hundreds of years, whether they ask them directly, check the video and see the evidence yourself.
खुदा की कसम दरगाह जाना, दरगाह में अल्लाह के वली के मज़ार के सामने ठहरना और अल्लाह के वली से मांगना, अल्लाह की कसम ये शिर्क नहीं है।
Check them now, call in upon others, especially in this clip, asking from Hazrat Khwaja Mainuddin Chishti of India.
हम ख्वाजा को पुकारते हैं, या ख्वाजा, या ख्वाजा, या ख्वाजा, या ख्वाजा। सिर्फ मैं नहीं पुकारता, सब पुकार रहे हैं। इस तसव्वुर के साथ हम या ख्वाजा कह रहे हैं, ख्वाजा हमें कबूल कर रहे हैं। ये धरती बोले, ये धरती बोले, ये चांद भी बोले, दुनिया के सताए, सब तुझको पुकारे, सब तुझको पुकारे। एक नजर करम हो, एक नजर करम हो, एक नजर करम। ना रहे मुसीबत, ना रहे गम, बाबा फरीद शक्करगंज, इन उठते हुए हाथों की मौला तू ही रखना लाज। कोई बज़्मे ख्वाजा से खाली न जाए आज, कोई बज़्मे ख्वाजा से खाली न जाए। फरमाइए इमदाद कुन हज़ बंदे गम आज़ाद कुन, दर दीन दुनिया शाद कुन, या गौसे आज़म दस्तगीर, या गौसे आज़म।
In the final portion of this verse, you can see that the person who is asked this question is now going to testify against his own self, against himself, that he was indeed a disbeliever and he was a kafir. Although that this person used to say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, but he is still going to testify himself against himself that he was a disbeliever. What is that disbelief about? The disbelief is that the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are only and only associated with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's it. And this is where the disbelief comes, because this person associates some of the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to others other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, as you've seen yourself, Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani, they say that he is all hearing and all seeing as well, and you can ask and he is able to help you, although he's departed from this world over 1,000 years ago. Dua is ibadah, and whenever you make dua, it means you are actually doing ibadah. What is dua? Dua is asking from a deity, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, above the means of communication. You know that you're not going to use your mobile phone, your email, your text message, or write a letter or anything at all, but still Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can see, is all hearing, all seeing, and he's able to do whatever he wants to do. On the other hand, when you communicate with other people and ask help from other people, for example, your friend or your family, you know you're using the means of communication. They have to be in a certain hearing distance. If they're away from that hearing distance, you're using your cell phone, your email, your text message. And when you consider someone below the means of communication, under the means of communication, it means that you're just asking for help. وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى, and that is allowed. But when you think of someone as being above from the means of communication, and it means that they're all seeing and all hearing, and then when you ask help from them, it is called calling upon someone or invoking upon. This is called dua, and dua is ibadat. And when you do ibadat of somebody else, when you make dua to somebody else other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is considered as their ibadat, and you have associated partners with Allah in ibadat, and you have become a mushrik. How serious is this issue that the person just before his death is going to testify against his own self that he is a kafir? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save everybody from shirk, and we should make dua only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we should not call upon anybody else other than Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.